Good Sunday evening, everybody. We got Cajun up here. We got Daryl up here. We got Lisa in the chat. Hello, Lisa. We got John in the chat and Ben in the chat. How you guys doing tonight? Hope everybody's having great weather. Um, I took a week's vacation. I had planned on working outside around the house, and it rained every day except for today.
Oh, hey, everybody. Yeah, I found you that Hello Kitty card there, Ed. That would have been you a good cheap ride back and forth to work.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Well, I actually I'm gonna possibly go look at one tomorrow evening if it's still sitting on the car lot. I found it late last week. Just didn't have time to go look at it. It's a I forget what year Chevy Tahoe. White body on it looks excellent. They didn't have any pictures of the frame. It's got like I want to say 170 on the odometer, so be just what I'm looking for. It's 4-wheel drive, so should be pretty nice, and it's in a price range that I want to pay. So,
that's the main thing.
I mean, I'll still have to get a loan or finance it, but I'm not gonna be financing a rust bucket. Everything else I've been finding, they've wanted $9,000-$10,000 for, and they're already rusting around the fender wells. So, hey, Mudstar, what's happening, buddy? Thank you for stopping in. And yes, happy Eclipse Eve.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be at work, but hopefully they're gonna let us out to view it. And I'm gonna try to video it. I got my glasses. I got my filter for my camera. So
y'all pretty much in line of it, ain't you,
Ed? I am right on the very edge of it, but I should still get the full eclipse.
I think we're supposed to be about 85% here.
Don't you have a welding helmet you can use?
Oh yeah, I got welding helmets and stuff like that, but I wanted a filter for the camera, so
yeah.
I went on Amazon.
As long as you got a number 15, you're in good shape.
Yeah, well, I went on Amazon and bought it's like a 6 or an 8 pack of glasses, and it come with a couple camera filters, all for like $7.
I wish I'd have known about that. I'd have jumped on that deal, but Johnny Best told me he had a bunch of welding lenses. Mm-hmm. He says, I know I got 1 in the house, 2 in the house, and I know I got 3 or 4 in the shop, and 1 in my welding helmet, or 2 in the welding helmet. 2 helmets.
Oh yeah,
so I'm like, got a good deal. I was set. I was going to tape one, cut a thing out of a piece of cardboard. I had some cardboard ready. Cut a hole, tape it with some blue tape, and look through with the welding shield. And me and Missy could have saw it like that, because we're going to see about 75%. And there, in fact, there's Miss Missy right there.
Hey, Missy.
Hey, happy birthday, Cajun.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
Yeah, Mudstar's going to be on the edge of it too. But yeah, I got 2 welding helmets here. I got 1 at work, and about a month or so ago, I was out digging through the garage, and I happened to open a box up, and I have probably 20 glass lenses for a welding helmet. The old stick welding helmets. Have the little
squares. Yeah, that's what I thought. Johnny, he didn't have none.
Yeah,
1 in the helmet. That's it. The other ones he had were clear. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. I happened to come across those, but they're glass, and I didn't want to mess with the glass ones. So I just, like I said, for $7, I just went online and bought them, and
Raging. You see, night before last, he stopped at a rest area. He was on the way to California. He stopped at 2 rest areas. He said, but anyway, he had got down and he had his camera with him and phone, whatever. And he was like, anybody wants some solar eclipse glasses? They had an open box down there full of solar eclipse glasses. I guess the state or somebody donated them to whoever wanted one. Take one, please. Take one, please. Well, you know, if you got a wife with you, well, you're going to take two. You know, so I said, man, I wouldn't turn that down. If you're able to see it, or you're going to be everywhere, you're going to see a little bit of it. So he got him a couple, you know, and he said that was the second rest area he stopped at, and they had a box of those glasses for free.
Yeah, well, my mom went to the eye doctor about a month ago, and he was giving them out for free too. He actually gave her like 5 or 6 of them for my brother and sister-in-law, and she offered them to me. I'm like, all right, I bought mine a month or two ago. I bought them before the price jumped on them last week, because I kind of scrolled through on Amazon and looked, and the exact ones I bought went up $2 a set. So, I jumped on them right away. So,
well, I got a welding helmet down here, but it's that are the changing. The ones that change from the.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you strike your arc. So, I reckon they'll just change enough to still be safe.
if it's an adjustable one, all you have to do is set the sensitivity to real low, and you can set the darkness, and it should be fine. At least that's how my two are. They've got little knobs in there. You can adjust the sensitivity of them. And the last time there was a partial eclipse, that's what we did. We just turned them all the way to the most sensitive, and as soon as you turned towards it, it would black it out, and you could see. And Tommy's wishing happy birthday there. So, but yeah, I had big plans. I was going to actually rip the bed off my Chevy, get ready to put a flatbed on it, and either every night or during the day it rained, except for Wednesday. But Wednesday I had all kinds of other stuff I had to do, and I never got to tearing the bed off that thing. So, hey, Willie CK, what's happening? Willie? Never late, brother. You always, as long as you show up and hit that thumbs up button, and that's what's awesome. So,
Big John.
There's John.
Big John. Thank you, John.
Yeah, flip helmets are the best ones. All right, John.
They found over 100,000 fake those ones you put on your face, like the 3D glasses for movies. They found over 100,000 fake ones. That's not up to par. Imagine that.
Well, oh my, John, that's funny, man. That is hilarious.
Hey, Wayne.
Thank you, Ben.
Hey, Ken, how you doing?
Hey, Wayne.
But yeah, so I'm ready for the eclipse, but I got very, very little done outside, and still haven't. Well, I actually paid. I got the money from my insurance company for the siding and stuff repairs, and I talked with the contractor, and they wanted to get settled up and everything, and they said that yeah, go ahead and give us some money. We'll still take care of all the issues and everything. Anything you have, the problems you have and stuff, and the stuff we talked about. The guy met up with me last Saturday. Was it last Saturday? Yeah, last Saturday for the check. Got the check, and haven't heard a word from him. So I'm gonna message him tomorrow during the day and find out what's going on, because he said they're supposed to be replacing my back patio lights that they broke. just cheap things. I mean, I think they're like $30 or something like that. No big deal. But they said they had to order them. He told me last Saturday they should be in the first of the week. I'm like, just drop them off, man. Just drop them off the house. I got an electrician that I work with. He'll come out and throw them up for me. You don't even have to put them up or anything. Oh yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I'll be over that way sometime next week. Yep, haven't heard a word from them. So I'm gonna
that week already gone, huh?
yeah. So I'm gonna message him tomorrow and ask him what's going on, and y'all may be seeing a video on it.
I don't hurt.
I don't like to put people on blast and stuff like that, but
you still got the check, right?
No, they got the check.
You gave it to the contractor.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because from via insurance, when for them to release the last of the funds, they had to, and once they're released, I have so long to pay the contractor, and I didn't want to be sitting on that money and everything else. I'll try to do the right thing and get them paid up. So yeah. So if like I said, I don't like putting people on blast or anything like that. But if you force me, you force me.
Yeah, but it did rain. You said for a few days, though, right?
Yeah, but all you had to do is drop the lights off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was probably a mistake. But I just like I said, I was trying to do the right thing. They supposedly did the right thing for me. Helped me get the whole house sided and everything. But that was a pretty big check that I had to write. So, and before they would do anything, I had to give them my deductible, which come out of my pocket.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Give me a second, John. I'm gonna see if I can. Y'all give me a minute here. I'm gonna try to get this picture, John.
So how's everything been? How everything for you, Cajun?
Was that Daryl?
I said, how's everything been going with you?
Pretty good. I don't know if I had mentioned it before, but my left leg, my main artery is blocked. So they want to put a stent in there.
Oh, gosh.
They want to put a stent in my right leg, too.
Well, ain't no telling what
they said when they open that left one up, all that plaque or whatever's blocking it is going to want to go immediately to the right leg. So he says he wants to make sure that, all that can pass through and kind of crumble up.
Yeah. Well, I got to go to my heart doctor in a couple of weeks. I mean, I got to go over and do another stress test at the hospital.
That's what my heart doctor. He asked me, well, you want to do this? I'm like, man, I'm kind of, I don't know. I says, I know it has to be done, but he says, well, a lot of that stuff that's wrong with you too is your back. He said, your back's tore up from the floor up. I said, I can see that from other, x-rays and MRIs you had. He's like, because I pulled all that. He says, your back's causing that. My back didn't cause the blockage, but it probably did because it slowed me down, where I wasn't doing anything. He says you could get on a walk regimen to create new blood vessels, because when you walk a lot now, when you're active, creates new blood vessels. It's not going to cure it all, but it'll help. That way your feet ain't numb toes ain't numb all the time.
Yeah,
He said it'll help your toes and all that, but he says that's a lot of that has to do with your back, your nerves, your sciatica and all that, and other nerves.
yeah. The diabetes got my feet and all numb and all that stuff, So
Um,
that's what's
I got symptoms of well, they were worse, a year ago, but that's when I had my gallbladder taken out and the pancreas was messed up from not really messed up, but it was out of wank, out of kilter, and that's the two main things that run your insulin: gallbladder and pancreas.
yeah,
So when you mess with that, you're gonna have symptoms of being diabetic.
yeah. Well, I got my knees have been giving me a fit. That's my biggest problem right now is my knees and all that. But my blood pressure's starting to go haywire again. So
Yeah,
went and seen my cardiologist, and
yeah.
he's sending me for another stress test. So
You right, Wayne. Better than have a stent in my leg fall off. And that's what happened to my buddy across the highway from me, Matt Vedrine. And he was always active. He was a plumber and electrician. Man, that man didn't slow down, even though he owned the company and all that. I ran a crew for him. He was 100% active, bending down, getting up. I mean, everything. He was active 24 hours a day almost. He probably work in his sleep, dream or something of working. And they cut his right leg off down right below the knee. He's got a prosthetic, but
Wayne is officially the $6 million man. I mean, he got 6 stents, so
yeah.
he's the $6 million man, I guess.
Well, with Matt Vedrine, he was fully blocked. His whole artery was blocked. I mean, that main artery was blocked almost solid. And because he was so active, that's what kept him going until he was, 62 or whatever. All them new blood vessels that was created. It's like up north, people are more active and they got more little capillaries in their fingers, and that's why people can stay more warm up north than us down here, where it don't get cold. We don't have all them extra capillaries and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do it, but he wants to make me an appointment with that orthodontist, back doctor, so or orthopedian, whatever. Orthodontics teeth, I think. Braces.
Yeah.
Orthopedics.
Yeah, sounds horrible.
Yeah. I get them mixed up.
All right, y'all. I'm
All
back. Now we're gonna share John's glasses he got. So
Oh boy. I can just imagine this one.
right there. He got the homemade Eclipse glasses.
Pull it up.
Supposed to be up. Says it.
I don't see it.
Says it's
Probably still in the basement.
Oh. There it is. There it is.
No.
Eclipse. Oh man, yeah. Okay, the gum.
Yeah, homemade Eclipse glasses.
Go ahead, hardhead.
That's funny. I like that.
I like that.
Whoa. Sure says
Lipoic acid. I never heard of that. Or lipoic. You have to copy that.
So yeah, that was pretty funny. I liked that one. Uh, so I'm not sure if he actually made those or if, that's just a picture he found somewhere. But it's in
That
June.
it didn't look like John that much. I've seen John many times, but
Yeah, me too. But you know, but oh, Friday night, I forgot to tell y'all. Um, I went and seen Dueling Pianos. First time I ever seen them live. I've seen them online stuff, and it's a 21 and over show. It was a 21 and over show, and they were hilarious, absolutely hilarious. No quick tour. I've never even heard of those.
No, excuse me.
So, but yeah, some friends of mine invited me. Got the tickets and stuff. We went out to dinner first and everything. Uh, the nice thing about it is there's a nice restaurant and the banquet or the arena or whatever they were having, whatever they call it, right next door. I mean, it's all in the same building. You don't have to go outside to go between them. So we went and had dinner. Had went over and got our table and stuff, and they they were pretty good. And they were actually local northeastern Ohio guys. Um, Apparently they do like cruise ships and tours and everything else, and it was well worth the money and the time. I didn't know how, like watching it on video and stuff, they can edit stuff out. But yeah, yeah, they well worth the ticket price and the all that. So it was pretty good. Yeah, these guys do Caribbean cruises and from what they were saying, they do them like 3 months straight. Wow, so
Well, that's getting it done.
one car left over there.
yeah, billet aluminum. Those would be nice. I've got some of the ones like they sell at Harbor Freight, but I got mine off the tool truck. They're the same exact pieces of plastic, the little pegs that stick up. The only thing I don't like about them is the smaller sizes. The deep wells tend to break off. So, and I've tried gluing them back on the super glue and stuff, and they never hold. So, yeah, I would like to take a cruise someday. My mom and dad were on one long time ago. I've known other people that's taken them. I think it'd be awesome. A couple people, when I explained to them why I don't fly, they're like, "Oh, then you'd never be able to be on a cruise. Those rooms are small." The room is small, yes, but the boat is big. I'm not going to be locked in that little room the whole entire trip. I can go out and wander on the decks and every place else. And oh no, man,
Don't cough in front of nobody or in front of personnel, ship personnel. Do not cough. A good cough. Do not. If you clear your throat, cough. Yeah, you cough. They making you go see the doctor, and you're gonna get quarantined in that little room.
Well,
John,
don't.
if I do a cruise, John, I will definitely leave my Speedo home because I'm going to go on a nudist cruise.
Dang.
That's supposed to be what the top floor's for anyway, ain't it? The top deck's supposed to be for anyway.
Ain't no banana hammock here, man.
Banana hammock. Damn it.
Who's lying? Okay.
Yeah, they got all them swimming pools and jacuzzis there. Well,
Yeah,
just don't bring a bar of soap with you; they'll run you out of there.
in the little shower, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's what I heard too, John. The bathrooms aren't the biggest, but hey, the ship itself is big enough that I can find someplace to go, and I can get out on a deck or whatever, and you know
Well,
I
the bathrooms in your cabin are going to be small, but the
mhm,
regular runs in the hallways or whatever, or what the close ones on
yeah,
deck, those are going to be a little bigger.
yeah. I actually looked into taking a train trip down south, down into like mid southern Florida, round trip, with a sleeping room, like a private type cabin. Um, Round trip was only $925, and it leaves from right here in town. So,
Hmm. Now those urinals on those ships, they got side panels on them. That way, when you're standing up and you're doing like this and all that, and
mhm.
that swaying action, it'll catch that stream, and it'll go down the side instead of going on the floor.
So, John, you're telling me to get soap on a rope? Hey, Roadrunner.
Hey, Roadrunner.
Beep beep, road runner.
Yeah. The one I think my parents were on two different ones. The second one they actually had the balcony outside their room, which I mean, Dad said it's small. Mom didn't go out there; she don't like the heights. But they said it was pretty nice. Uh, yeah, uh, I looked at the train trips before I decided to uh, or decided I should be buying a new vehicle instead of taking a trip. So it'll probably get up. That'll probably get put off for at least another year. So um,
Oh, you might as well start digging up them doggone mason jars in the backyard there, Ed.
dude, they've already been dug up.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
well, what
pay that
about
deductible.
Jeff? I mean, this week he must have really got mad. He shook New York City. I mean,
Well, they had to get that big jackhammer out to get get his jars up.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I was actually thinking of if someday uh, take the train trip down to Florida, where you get on the boat, take the train trip down, do the boat, come back, get on the train, come back. Make it like a 3 week vacation. Yeah, I think my parents were on the carnivals. I think that's the ones they did. Um, they did like a 3 day and a 5 day or something like that. I can't remember exactly.
Well,
All the K-Bone cruises are Carnival cruises.
do them in the wintertime. That way you don't have to worry about hurricanes.
They do them in October and November for the K-Bone cruises, and then if you go to I think it's Dream Machine or something in Lafayette and book your cruise and all. And there's a code word if you tell them K-Bone sent you or whatever, but they're gonna know K-Bone sent you because you're booking a K-Bone cruise. But you get like a little discount, and the employees get the free cruises.
Uh, well, I've got a friend. I got a friend at work. Him and his wife. They do like Cancun, Mexico trips and all kinds of stuff. They've been on a bunch of cruises, and they've got some travel agent they go through that. I mean, from what I've looked at prices and what he's told me they paid for their cruises, it's almost half price. So,
Yeah.
and he's told
Mm-hmm.
and he's told me, hey, anytime you want to do something like that, let me know. I'll hook you up with my travel agent. He goes, it does good for me because it gets her more business, but she does a really, really good job. So, so when the day ever comes, you know, I'll probably go through them.
Paul wasn't going. The owner of the station He wasn't going that year. He said, "Boo, you want to take mine?" He said, all you got to do is buy Missy's, and it's 400. You know, I'm like, we ain't got $400, but that was cheap, $400. You know, for Missy, mine was free. Missy's would have been 400. You know, just to bunk in. You know, that's just paying for her food or whatever and drinks.
Oh, you can't. If you live right nearby where one of those things leave out, you can get all kind of discounts because if they got an empty room when they'll start by packing up,
Mhm.
they will call you and let you know that, hey, we got this room and it's going to be X amount of dollars just to get this room filled up. So
Right.
I mean, I've had plenty of people that used to live down in Florida that used to just take them cheap. You know, it wasn't no cheaper than anybody. It was cheap, a lot, about half price of what everybody else on the ship paid. But
Hey, years ago, probably 20 years ago, I had a friend that booked passage on a freighter, like the big cargo ship things.
Yeah.
And he said it wasn't bad at all. I mean, he goes, it's not no luxury cruise. He said, but it got him overseas cheap, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't getting no 5-star banquet meal neither on those. They eat good on those ships, but you ain't gonna eat good like all that extra exotic fruit on those
Yeah.
cruises. I mean,
Yeah. But some other friends that's been on cruises, they're like, if you can't find something to do 24/7, then you know you're a very extremely picky person because he said there's always something to do. 3 o'clock in the morning, there is something to do.
well,
You know, you
that's
can go
about your normal time of waking up. So
and you can
I
and you
mean,
can. They said you can go to the casinos or the bars or whatever, and uh, you know, they said there's always something to do.
what's up, Briggs?
Hey,
Yeah,
Briggs, what's happening?
he's going on another cruise in November. He wanted to give his cruise away a while back, about 8 months
he just
ago,
didn't
something
want to go
6
to a
months ago,
wedding.
something like that.
He didn't want to go to a wedding. That's why he was trying to give away his.
Yeah. Well, my one friend did tell me that they made the mistake and they got on a family cruise and they were just a couple. And he said, if you have any problem with kids or little kids and stuff like that, make sure you don't get one on that's, that's geared towards younger kids and stuff like that. He said, because you'll only be going out at night.
When the kiddies are dodoing.
Yeah. Yep. So, but they said there's all kinds of different styles of cruises and stuff. So yeah, but like I said, that's many, many moons from now, you know, but yeah, I definitely enjoyed the dueling pianos. Um,
Yeah, Jeff, what kind of heavy equipment was you using to cause that daggone big earthquake up there the other day?
yeah.
Hey, Jeff.
New York said they coming looking for you.
Yeah. Well, Disney doesn't have their cruise line anymore, do they? Didn't they have a cruise line at one point in
I don't
time?
know.
Yeah, I think they still advertise them. So yeah, they still got them.
Yeah, they
Hi,
probably
Jeff.
only had one ship.
Yeah. So I thought for some reason they didn't do the Disney cruise no more, but they may
Uh,
have. All right. What's up, Mr. Briggs?
Just coughing my brains out. But other than that, I'm
Oh, you got that flu now
don't
too?
pop a blood vessel like I did. Yeah.
What's up, Jeff?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Daryl,
Yeah.
I slipped the other day. I was loading rocks with the old 988, and one got away on me.
Oh, that what it was?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Keep believing that, huh?
well, I
Now,
mean, you shook up the whole northeast coast up there. So
now,
I
John,
tried.
that drag queen thing wouldn't bother me none because I've met some drag queens and they are absolutely hilarious. You know,
just don't let them take you backstage, or
right? You know, I mean, they don't try to push their shit on you or anything like that, or all that. But to talk to them, they are absolutely hilarious. I mean, it's just fun as shit.
Nah.
Yeah, when a man tries to talk like a woman, it is kind of hilarious.
Well, I mean, the couple I knew, I didn't know that they were drag queens or whatever, cross dressers when I met them,
Yeah.
and you could almost not tell that they were until the one guy went from his little feminine voice to "Hello, my name." I'm
What?
like,
well,
damn.
What happened?
there's-
What
Yeah.
happened?
Ah,
Hey, boats.
that boat.
Hey, Boats, how you doing, buddy? But yeah, I mean, I don't have any problem with them. I mean, they they're just
So
just
what do you
trying to
mean,
live their
Mr.
life.
Briggs is a cross dresser?
no, I know
Oh.
damn cross-dresser.
Dude, what you
Maybe
all
you
do in
are.
your personal life does not bother me one bit, as long as you're not pushing it, trying to push it on me is making it my belief too. That was after the $50, John.
Damn.
Yeah, how
Maybe-
fast does that little drill of yours run?
I'm not sure what the RPM was on it. I actually never read the book on it.
Yeah, why would you want to do that, huh?
Yeah. John, they weren't
I
trying to
was
push
watching it
nothing on me.
yesterday, and that thing looks like it's running kind of fast for the welded bit. It's
Yeah, I
Yeah,
saw
for
that number 10 you did, part 10 or whatever,
Mhm.
where you did that first big hole, where you did the small ones, and the,
Yep.
the big one with that like cutting bit.
Yeah.
And I thought you should have had more cutting fluid on there, the whole, more than you did actually, but it drilled it. I don't know how hot that bit got.
It didn't get hot at all. That
Okay.
tap paste stuff really worked.
Isaac,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
The bad part about it was it wasn't getting down in the hole. It was just running right straight down and dripping off of it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
that
heard
thing
too, John. They
It chewed
they
the
were.
metal up.
Oh yeah, it did an awesome job.
It
And
did
then
seem like it was going a little fast, though.
Mhm.
Like Jeff said.
Well, see, I thought about when I first got it and everything, was looking at it. I'm like, oh, I can just get one of them rheostats to, like you get for your routers, to slow them down. Then I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, wait, I can't do that because that's the magnet too. And if I turn the speed down, it's going to turn the magnetism down, and it might not stick on there. So, I was talking with a friend of mine. He used to be he did electric motor repair and stuff like that, and he said that I might be able to jump into the wire going from the on-off switch to the motor and put a rheostat in there to slow it down.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
rheostat,
you do.
that'll drop the current. That'll control your
Yeah.
current on it.
Mm-hmm. And he said you should be able to put a plug on it to where you can plug, take it in and out.
Well, a magnet and the motor is
Like a
on two different
Variac.
things.
Which is kind of like a rheostat, but Variac controls the voltage,
Yeah.
and current. But a rheostat is going to control your current.
Or
maintain
a Variac. That's what I was trying to think of. Not a rheostat. Yeah. The things you use for on like a router or something like that to speed them up and slow them down. Well, the main power cord, John or Jeff, comes in, and I'm assuming it splits off. One part of it goes to the magnet, and the other part goes to the motor, and there's two switches there. So if I put that in that line, it's going to lower the voltage to the magnet and not make it as strong. And
that's why you need a rheostat to lower the current.
Well, does that have the little safety nub underneath on the magnet?
No, it's smooth.
Because I know that the Hojan's got like a little nub that sticks out, and when you put the magnet on and it sucks down, then you can turn the motor on.
No, you can turn this one on without having a magnet on. So I did that off camera when I was trying to get it lined up and turn it.
Oh yeah, how'd that work out?
I flicked the wrong switch and the motor come on, and I actually had a hold of that spindle, and luckily it was just the drill bit one. I shut it off real quick. I kind of wish I would have had the camera rolling, but I didn't. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did.
Good blooper, huh?
Oh yeah, would have been a great blooper. So, but yeah, that
hey,
thing,
look, Ed's got one hand.
Yeah, just about. But yeah, that thing worked superb. The cutter worked great. And my sketchy second hole on the other side, that even worked out pretty decent. I kind of wish I would have had the battery charged up for the cordless drill. All right, John, you have a great night too, buddy. Thank you for stopping, and I appreciate it.
Bon week, John.
But I kind of wish I would have had the cordless drill. Even though that thing's impact rated, I hated it when it would start, hammering, and then it'd start spinning, and then it would start hammering and spinning.
That's a good way to break the bit.
Well, the whole reason I got that bit is because it said it was impact rated. So, I was looking for a right angle drill, an inexpensive one, something, 3/8 drive or whatever on Amazon and stuff. And they were all over $100. And I'm like, I don't have a need for that, for a right angle drill that often. So, I just come up with that idea, and I'm like, it works. If not, it's going to make a really good video.
I got one of them little right angle drills, the old Milwaukee from years ago. When I bought it, for the longest time, I was using that for everything.
Well, I've got an Air one.
I got an Air one. I was fixing to say I had an Air one.
I've got an Air one, but that thing consumes so much air that, and it's hard to control the speed on it. So, I thought about using it, and I'm like, no, because, I've used those hole saws like that before, and if they bite, they bite.
Oh, yeah.
And I really don't want my hand inside that frame with that air drill, and, it biting and, kind of wrapping my ass up. So, I did ask the carpenters at work and the electricians at work. They've got one, or they've got a couple of them. The carpenters have one and the electricians have one. But it's one of them big old 1/2-inch drive monsters.
Oh, the old haul hog, huh?
Yeah.
You don't want to catch. You don't want to be holding on to them when they catch, because you're going where they go.
Right, and that's what I told the carpenter. He's like, "Oh, you can borrow it anytime you want." I'm like, "Dude, I'm gonna be like cutting a hole through steel." He's like, "Yeah, I've done it before." I'm like, "I'm drilling like a 7/8 hole. I'm not drilling like a 2-inch, hole with a hole saw." He's like, "Oh, just take it and try it." I'm like, "No, no." That sucker will wrap you up pretty dang quick. So.
Oh yeah, even somebody as big as you, they don't stand a chance on that.
We had a hammer drill, and it was impact, or you flip the switch, and it was an impact drill. And Matt was busting some concrete out, next to a wall. It was just a stud wall in a brand new construction house. And that switch moved in onto drill. Okay. And he wasn't expecting it. And it wrapped his hand against a double 2x6 where they had a header going. And right there, he had 3 surgeries right there because of that drill. He was jackhammering though with a chisel, busting concrete, and it activated into the drill part and hammer, and it got caught. That bit got caught in the concrete, and when it wrapped his wrist like that, 3 or 4 surgeries right there, messed him up, and that almost caused his retirement.
Yeah.
Well, my original thought was I have step bits, and like I said, it had to be a 7/8 hole. In the step bit I was going to use, and my impact would fit through the frame, but I measured the step bit, and I'd be drilling through the outside of the other side of that frame, what I didn't want to do because it was so far back on the step bit, and so I'm like, nope, and I didn't look at the hole saw bit I bought close enough. I just seen that it had the hexagonal part on the shaft, and I thought it was 1/4 inch, but it's not. It's 3/8 or whatever that is. Because my original plan was just to chuck it in when I seen it was impact rated, I'm like, oh, I can put that right in my impact. That'll drop right down in the frame. We can just get in there and cut it through. Yeah, it won't fit in my impact driver, so that's why we had to use the sockets and extensions and stuff. But like I said, it worked out, so it did the job. Jeff, where'd you go, buddy?
He left.
Yeah.
Didn't even say bye.
He must have bumped something.
Hello, y'all. Nothing.
Boat said he has the old Milwaukee Magnum hole shooter with a right angle attachment. Never met a bit it slowed it down. I've heard that about the old Milwaukees.
Oh, he's
Thanks,
back.
Jeff. Welcome back, Jeff.
Jeff,
We got Jeff set up
Okay,
in
now
our,
the phone's gonna probably. Now it's getting stupid again.
what you do, Jeff? Go light up another earthquake on us?
yeah,
So,
that's the problem. He forgot. Jeff's so old when he buried his mason jars, he buried them on top of before the volcano cooled down, and so he had to chisel out. That's what caused the earthquake. He had to chisel out one of his mason jars.
Yeah, you know how many of them got broken there, Daryl?
probably a lot of them.
All of them.
So yeah, I mean that all worked out good. I'm happy with the progress. Just need to get that linkage made, and then we can work on putting the steering in. And I'm hoping. What I'm thinking is I might be able to drop that's the original steering box down about 1.5 inches or so, and get that fan gear to clear the clutch arm shaft. So, but we gotta.
I had my first customer this week.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you overcharge him?
No.
Mm.
I pretty much just told him the air filter was $25 and give me $10. So he gave me 50. I was like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Well,
It was one of them 400 turns.
Yeah, that's the kind of customers you like. So
yeah. Well, his neighbor down the street, he's got his back is messed up and his legs are messed up. It's like the only way this poor dude could get around is he's got to have a walker.
Well,
Why?
I actually went to lunch with my one cousin. She just had knee surgery back in November or something like that. And she's doing great. She said she wished she would have had the surgery years ago. She actually said, hey, cuz, while we're at lunch, she's, do you think you could possibly come pick my push mower up? She's got like an electric start walk or self-propelled. She's like, you think you could possibly come, pick my mower up and see if you can get it running? She goes, I think I'm going to try to mow my own yard again this year. I said, absolutely. So we just I got to get down there and get it picked up and get it back to the house. And I'm sure it's just, the fall that she said that was her last fall, I went down, ran it out of gas, put stable ran stable through it and stuff like that. Or, seafoam through it. So I'm sure it's probably just probably have to replace the battery. If it's been dead for 2 years, probably won't take a charge. But those are cheap on Amazon, and maybe have to take the carburetor off and clean it. But, I told her, yeah, I'll come take care of it for you. She does all kinds of stuff for me. So, I won't even charge her for it.
Well, this one here had one of them new Kohlers with the smart choke on it, and the choke got stupid.
Yeah.
It would start up the first time, and it wouldn't do it all the time, though, was the whole problem. Is I ran it around here a couple times there, and it wouldn't do it. And finally today, I just ran it up and down like I was cutting the backyard. I parked it, gave it about 15 minutes, tried it, start right up. I waited about another 10 minutes or so, a little more than 10 minutes, went over. And it wouldn't start, so I was like, quick. I plugged the air line into the lift, picked it up, because, them things there, you can't even see what you're looking at in the backside of that motor. And I was messing with it, and I figured out the little thermostat spring thing that opens the choke. I said, this thing's awful stiff. It wasn't like this before. And I was looking at the screws. I said, if I take the screws out and turn this thing to the other set of holes, it might help.
Boats, I don't know if that's a joke or not. If it is a joke, it's funny. And if not, yes, that much sugar would probably put somebody into orbit.
Well, they do have a place called the Uranus Fudge Factory.
Yeah.
They do.
But 13.5 pounds of fudge, that's a lot of fudge.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I think I'd rather be eating some of them hot dogs or something over there. What's
Coney
that?
Island.
Yeah, what's the name of that hot dog? And I forgot. Roger, not Roger.
Coney Island.
Yeah.
It's on Coney. Yeah, I can't remember. I
can't remember the name of the actual hot dog. It was a immigrant that came over from another country, and he made a better hot dog, and that caught on Coney Island or whatever, and it was just named after him. He died.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
Nathan's. Yep, that's it.
Nathan's
hot dogs.
That's it. Yeah, that was one of the first fast food chains to open, was Nathan's. I think that was in the 20s or something.
I don't remember exactly when, but
that was.
I know it's been a long time ago.
Fast food joint to open up was Nathan.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they that would be 13.5 pounds. That's a lot of fudge, y'all.
Yeah, it is.
there's no way I could even eat half of that.
I don't even think I could eat
I'd pay you
pound.
$100 to see you eat that.
Daryl's giving himself an injection right now just listening to this.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got both pins loaded.
I was gonna say he's probably double fisting.
How much did you pay me?
I pay you $50 to see you eat a 13-pound thing of fudge at once.
Yeah, I don't think so. Maybe 1,300.
1,300. I'll go buy a new car.
What you doing?
Patrick, what's happening, brother?
What's up?
Hey, Patrick.
Patrick's getting the bikes out, man. He's been having
It's that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I had a nice Harley Davidson parked in front of my house yesterday, and I thought that was Raymond Longy, buddy of mine from E-Rap, but it wasn't. It was somebody else. He called me by name. I seen him before. He was like, "Hey man, who's got that house next door to you now?" I said, "Joe Pete." Joe Pete. I'm like, "Yeah, like Joe Pete that do phone. Joe Pete got 2 women," and he was like, "I don't know that guy." I said, "Yeah, he bought it and remodeled it. Man, that thing's all brand new inside. You got his number? I want to rent that house." I'm like, he did that for his family. When they come down, they'd have a place to sleep instead of, he's got a big family, so they wouldn't crowd his house up. He said, "Oh, okay, man, nice Harley Davidson." Oh man,
yeah, my son-in-law, he called me ex-son-in-law. He called me over my vacation there and was talking to me, and he mentioned again about getting a bike, so we can go riding. He's got a couple of them, and I've got enough toys. I don't need a motorcycle.
And when he hit that starter, that motor went, no, and fired up. It's like I said, yeah, you got a cam in that thing.
Yeah.
Hey Ed, how far is Bel Air, Ohio from you?
Bel Air is, I want to say, about 2.5 or 3 hours, I think.
Really?
Yeah, on the other side of me. I think that's.
I always thought it was right down by Wheeling and stuff.
Don't you mean Bellevue, Ohio?
Maybe I'm thinking of Bellevue. Maybe Bel Air.
Yeah, I looked on the map there. I looked on MapQuest thing there, and it shows it's like right on the other side of Wheeling and down about a little bit.
Oh, then it's like hour and a half from me. Wheeling's about an hour and a half from me. But yeah, Briggs, I'm thinking of Bell, whatever you said.
Bellevue.
Bellevue. Yeah, Bellevue's on the other side.
Yeah, I found a nice little mason dump. I'd love to get out there.
Well, either in the head or wishing you could go to the head. Trust me, I need a motorcycle. Yeah, I need a motorcycle. Like I need an extra hole in my head. Like I said, I've got too many other toys that I play with on the weekends and stuff. Nate,
I'd like a motorcycle. I just wouldn't use it much.
Nate's been out sea glassing, and Mrs. Cart's been painting her nails to match the sea glass. I like the one piece you bought there from the bottom of the wine bottle, or not found from the bottom of the wine bottle. It was kind of peaked up, but it was kind of nice, all rolled over and frosted like looking. So, oh hey Thomas, how you doing? Thank you for stopping in. Didn't see Thomas sneak in there. So, but yeah, I had a chance to have a Harley years ago, and I just I like motorcycles and everything. They're cool, but night Jeff. It's almost that time.
Hey Jeff. Hey Nate.
Yeah. An 07 with 3,000 miles on it could be mine. I got to get a vehicle first, before I buy a motorcycle. Maybe next year I'll buy a motorcycle. 2 large cheese pizzas. I haven't had pizza in probably, I know over 6 months.
Nothing on them, just cheese. That's in Italy they call that a pizza margherita. For the queen of Italy, Marguerite. Yeah. Margaret. But that's no man. You gotta have some meat on that thing or something.
Well, I got to have like all the meats, cheeses, everything, anchovies, mushrooms, onions.
Yeah.
Now, No, I can do without the bell pepper. I love the taste of it, but I will burp that back up for like 2 days.
The banana pepper, you know, the yellow banana
yeah,
peppers.
yep,
You know,
banana pepper.
sliced
Yep,
real thin. That's what I meant.
yep. Oh,
Daryl gone too. Hey,
Yep,
we talking pizza? He's gone. He bye.
yeah,
He like, but I got to
yeah.
give myself another shot.
But yeah, like I said, I love the flavor of bell pepper, cooked bell pepper. I can eat raw bell pepper. I can eat 2 or 3 of them. Don't bother me. As soon as you cook them things, I will burp them things up for a couple of days afterwards.
Boy, you had bell pepper when you ate that shrimp gumbo over here.
Yep. And sometimes it.
But that was cooked for a long time in that gravy, though. You know, those bell peppers.
Double,
I was like
y'all just go ahead and y'all just want to kill me off, I think.
Yeah. Told you.
Yeah, I don't know Quick Wrench. Same thing with like the Italian sausage with peppers and onions. Oh, I love a good Italian sausage sandwich with a heaping mound of cooked peppers and onions on it. But I will pay for it the next 2 or 3 days.
Got 6 inches of snow Thursday. That nor'easter. Wow. A buddy of mine, he's up in Maine on an island up there. He came down here for the winter.
Yep.
Well, he just got back a few days ago, and that's when that nor'easter hit. He was out of electricity for 55 hours. You know, after he got his house back up and online, water, because he was gone for the whole winter. Got his house back up, and now, but 3 hours later, he said that nor'easter blew through. Man, it's like freezing temperatures, power lines down, 55 hours without grid juice. But he's got a generator, so he was lucky.
Yeah, real lucky.
Man.
Well,
I mean, that's a big difference. 85 degrees in Rockport, Texas, and then getting up there and 10-degree weather or 20-degree weather up back home. Big temp swing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, Boats, I don't have a new roommate or anything, but my sleep schedule was like way off. Like I was talking here with Cajun at the beginning, all week long my schedule has been way off. And last night I didn't get to bed till after 2:00. Just couldn't sleep, and I forced myself up this morning at about 6:30. And I've been forcing myself to stay awake all day today. So tonight when I go to bed, I will be out like a light. So, and speaking of that, it has been an hour. I am going to go get my stuff ready for in the morning, and I think I am going to head to bed shortly after that. So I appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out, and spending a little of your Sunday evening with us. Hope to see y'all next Sunday. So y'all have a great evening.
All right, everybody. Ed, appreciate you having me up. Y'all know the routine is good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. We'll catch y'all later. A Pluta.
Pluta. And Nate, that sounds pretty good with the chickpea noodles and pork.
Ah.
Mmm.